Welcome to Hospitality Technologies RTN Member Voices. I'm Robert Firpo-Cappiello, Editor-in-Chief at Hospitality Technology, and I'm talking with Alec from Intel. Alec, it's great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
I'd love to have you tell our audience a little bit about yourself and what you do at Intel.
Yeah, my name's Alec Gefrides. I'm one of the vice presidents in our Internet of Things group, focused really on our consumer industries. So that'll be right where we're at. You know, it's retail, hospitality, restaurants, those segments, banking. Anytime a customer has to interact with your business, that's an area I focus on.
Cool. Now, as looking at the industry, the way we cover it as journalists and the way you cover it as industry expert and offering solutions, I'd like to get into a little bit of some of the challenges and the goals that you're seeing for restaurants over, say, the next the calendar year and a little bit beyond. What are they facing in terms of trying to overcome certain things and meeting certain goals?
So I think we've all experienced this being in the restaurant right now when you go in. I mean, people shortage. That's the number one thing. And what we see is where can they automate? Where can they free up their employees? And that can be on two fronts. That can be the customer facing. So with self-checkout kiosks, you definitely see that heavily in the what I would call fast casual or the casual dining, including also fast food. In that space, you have tabletop devices or you have the kiosks up where you would order. Tying in that ability to order before you get to the restaurant, that's becoming, I mean, they already had to, before COVID, focus on order pickup, order delivery. Now order and sit in. Okay, what can I do to help my employee situation? On the back side of that is, can I get my orders organized that when I know someone's coming in that's a high value customer, regular, can I get those things started early? Let's say when someone drives up on site and that you have beacons or you have, picking up their Bluetooth or cameras that recognize license plates or regular cars or regular attendees or customers, then you definitely want to be able to say, okay, we know that this person orders onion rings. Can we get that started? It's all going to be about trying to improve throughput, treat those high value customers, have a great experience, and reduce our labor due to labor shortages. I mean, costs are going up, but the real problem right now is just getting people in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. So the story I'm hearing is, the guest wants to drive their own experience in many cases, and I know there's a demographic associated with that skews a bit younger, but through mobility and or kiosk, and then you're talking about the ability of IoT to deliver a customized experience. I pull up and it's like, well, Robert wants the cheeseburger. We know that, and that's a really exciting that's an exciting story to tell. I would love to hear you speak to the solutions that can make some of that happen. Some of them are sort of obvious and hardware involved. Others are a little more intangible. We'd love to hear more about that.
Yeah, so for sure. The one that I'd say right now, a trend you can see all across in the Internet of Things space is computer vision. So as you give sight, I basically say, give computers vision, things change. You can do a lot more on that customer journey, okay? And that can be recognizing when to switch out my frying oil because of the tint of that oil. Switching out, how's the throughput? Where are we getting bottlenecked in our food processing, food production lines? So the more you can put computer vision in there and you can optimize your process, recognizing when to change out things, when to optimize and change the direction or change the order that things are completed, are critical. Realizing where people just bumping into each other. Where do we have a tight space in the restaurant that we're getting things all bottlenecked up? Or where is our central point of communication? Where can we improve if we open this space up and people are all going to be able to hear instead of running around and having to scream around the corner or so. So there's a lot that you're going to have, pick up on with computer vision. The one that I mentioned earlier, recognizing your high value customers. And you don't even, you definitely have to pay attention to privacy. So privacy is going to be, top of mind. You're going to have to pay, come up with your own customer policies there, and government and state policies you have to pay attention to. But the ability just to recognize that this is a high volume customer, he comes in twice a week, you can customize the experience for him differently for somebody that your restaurant's never seen before. So those are the, some ideas of the areas that we see a lot changing with the advent of computer vision. The next technology, go ahead, and do you have a question on that?
What you pointed out about computer vision, especially with the use of the space, it reminds me of like time and motion studies that used to be done with a stopwatch and a clipboard, and now it's it can happen in real time in the cloud, and machines talking to one another. That's just really exciting.
Yeah, no, the advent of sight to the computer is really, everybody thinks, oh, okay, it's the first step towards, computers taking over. But it really is going to change. The fact that you can recognize mistakes, wasn't supposed to get pickles on that order, being able to highlight that right then, with that order going through, oh, that one's not supposed to have pickles. Let's make sure that we correct that before we deliver to the customer. Yeah. You have automatic oversight that can help fix a lot of your processes. The other technology, the self-checkout technology, the ability to start your order on your device, your phone, tablet, computer, or in the store at a kiosk, definitely is something we see happening. A lot of investment there. A lot of investment. Just pay attention. A camera there can recognize if someone's happy with the experience, is frustrated with the experience, how to improve that customer interaction. Some of the more innovative companies we've seen, if they put, I would say, on their counter when in a fast food, where you can flip them point of sale around, so it becomes a self-checkout. But let's say it gets really busy, you flip it back around, and now you have an employee-driven experience versus a customer-driven experience, meaning the employees entering everything in. Those front-facing screens, it's unbelievable how much more accurate the orders are. And that's the same in the kiosk. When you're picking items and you recognize, wait, no, I didn't want this. Oh, no, I wanted a large. No, I don't want a large. You can fix all of those orders by that front-facing screen. Mm-hmm. So really a lot of things happening that improves that overall customer experience.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. And this aligns very much with some of the input I'm getting. We do early each year, we do a restaurant industry outlook for the coming year. And we're hearing from restaurant professionals, consultants, and academics, this notion of self-checkout being it's not on the horizon anymore. It's happening, of course. And we expect to see greater demand for it in the coming year.
No, absolutely. For a retail outlet, they've, due to COVID, have gone really heavy investing in the ability to order online, pick up in store, order online, delivery, in managing that local inventory. Same thing for your stores, being able, especially if you're a franchise or a chain of restaurants, being able to know, okay, I know that I'm going to get a rush at this one restaurant. Do I need to optimize my inventory? Because inventory has been a problem. We all hear about it in the retail space or in the manufacturing space, but we just had an avocado shortage, and managing your supply chains impacts restaurants just as much as it impacts all the other industries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's beautiful. This has been an inspiring talk. I want to give you the chance to have the last word. Any closing thoughts for our audience today?
So I mentioned computer vision. I mentioned self-checkout. Just the fact that today everybody's thinking about all this technology starting out in the cloud. Another trend we see is that it's coming on-prem. So we call that the edge. The ability that you're going to have more and more compute in your store to be able to do these things. If you're doing anything with computer vision, that's not going to go up to the cloud. That's going to be processed in store. That's going to be managed. You need those results quickly. They can't go up to the cloud. A big video file that, for the internet connection that most restaurants have is not going to be powerful enough or enough bandwidth. And so you're going to see more and more compute come into the store. So that's the other thing I wanted to kind of close out with today, is these are trends we're seeing going forward. And we're here to help and to help move these things forward as an ecosystem.
Yeah. Alec from Intel, this has been inspiring. Thank you very much.
You bet. Thank you for having me.